guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and hanging out with me for a little bit today. If you are new here, I would love for you to subscribe if you love budget related content, weekly cash stuffings, all that fun stuff, because that's what I do here. Today's video, I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in for March. I think I'm going to do the first 2 weeks. So first off, I am using the Sarah Marie Stickers budget planner, the Humble Beginnings budget planner. I got this last year when she launched it. It is sold out, or else I would link it, but I believe she is coming out with a new one for 2025. So I'll link all her stuff, like her Etsy and all that stuff down below, so you guys can go check it out. She does have like stickers that I use. So yeah, that's the gist of that. So I do use a few of her stickers. And then I've already set up my budget and then my weekly check-in. So we're going to go ahead and check in for the first couple weeks here because I'm slacking on my check-in. In the monthly view, I like to keep track of my 5 variable expenses, my eating out, my groceries, my parking, my gas, and personal spending. So that's what you see here. Sometimes I'll keep track of like supplements that I buy on the side, or like any unbudgeted items that I may buy. I also keep track of anytime my fast track, which is my toll, comes out of my account in my monthly view. So we're gonna jump right in. So like I said, I keep track over here, and then at the end of the month, I tally everything up, and that's how I get my numbers right in for my budget. So we're gonna jump right in. This light colored like green is going to be my, I'm also gonna do some cash and stuffing too. So I need to pull some money out of my envelopes and pay myself back. That's just what works for me. I like to pay everything with a card. I save the cash and then I pay myself back. But yeah, so this first couple days, what is this day? This Saturday. Oh, I was in Sacramento and I was watching my sister's kids. So I had went to pick myself up some things just for the few days that I was gonna be there. Sorry if you guys may be out of view. I'll just put my calculator off to the side and then show you. And then this day I came back and we needed some groceries for our apartment, and that is my portion. So it's usually about 80 to 100 is how much we spend weekly on groceries. And then I just subtract what I get, or we split it basically. And then this next one, so I'm gonna go check in until the 17th. I am filming this on the 17th, so hope you guys had a good St. Patty's Day. Hopefully it was nice and safe. And then this day we went to Costco and I spent $61.31. So that's a total of $134.45 for groceries for the first couple weeks. I am just gonna put it in the second week. I do have to turn my planner sideways. I am just gonna put it in my second week because I didn't do a check-in. Okay, so I budget $350. So if I do $350 minus $134.45, that leaves me with $215.55 for the rest of the month. And I usually go like Tuesday, so I'll probably go Tuesday for Trader Joe's. So I have 2 Tuesdays left. So if I divide that by 2, that's about $108 remaining in my budget, and that's totally good. Like, that's good for me. And then I just like to cross these off. Next up is eating out is going to be in this like orangey peachy color. And this day I actually took my niece to a volleyball tournament that she had, and I went and picked all of us up. I got a coffee. They got some like teas or lemonades, and then I also got them some like breakfast sandwiches. So I loaded $25 into my Starbucks app. And then this next day I was driving home, or driving to work. I drove straight to work from Sacramento. I am in the Bay Area. So on the way I stopped and got Pete's. I got a coffee and They have a plant-based sandwich that I get for a breakfast sandwich. So I loaded $10 into my Pizza app. So that's that. And then no other transaction. So that's 35. I'm just gonna cross them off while I'm here. So this month I did budget 50. And so I have 15 left for eating out. Which, I don't know. I don't really have any plans, but you just never know like what comes up. It may go out to eat, it may not. I don't really know. Okay, so moving on. This, I guess this is more of a peachy color. This is more orange. This peach color is going to be my gas for the month. And so this day, I actually went back to Sacramento this Friday to help watch her kids. And so while I was there, I filled up. And I put 45.88. And then yesterday I put 19.22 in, which I didn't fill up. I got gas at Chevron, which was, I had to put premium in my car, and it was like, ugh, I don't even know, but it was way more than Costco. Like this barely gave me half a tank. This, like, I was literally on E, like I had a few, like 5 miles still empty. And I filled up for 45. So this didn't even get me to a half a tank, this $19. So yeah. So I only put about that much in just so I can last me for a couple days. And then when I go on Tuesday to go get groceries, I'll go to Safeway and get gas at Safeway. So that'll hold me over. So $65.10 on gas. I do budget $200. So that leaves me with $134.90. And that's plenty. I can't write on that coil. Okay, and then parking, so this is fast track. I don't keep track of this week to week, but I do put it in my gray sticker. Parking, I only spent 15. And then I budgeted 50 this month, so I have 35 left. I am going to be bumping up my budget for parking quite a bit in April. I do work near the Giants baseball stadium in San Francisco, and parking is just insane. I will be trying to take like the ferry as often as I possibly can, so I will start implementing like my Clipper pass, which is like public transportation, into my budget. But just depends on my shift and like the hours, because if it's late, I don't like to take it. I like to drive, so I have my car. And then that's it. So yeah, that'll be changing. I'll be having definitely some changes in April. Let's see. Target, I only had one transaction for personal spending, and that was $13.11. I don't even know what I bought. I think I went and got David some things. I made a return, and then I was like, do you need anything from Target? And he's like, yeah, give me this hair something. And then I got a protein bar. So it was mainly for him, but that's fine. We'll put it in our personal spending. So this month I budgeted $50. I'm like almost at 100. And then I spent $13.11. I'm like really warm right now. I don't know if it's my ring light because I am filming at night or what, but I'm like, I feel hot. Okay, so I have $36.89 remaining for the rest of the month. I don't really see myself spending anything, but like I said, I just never know. I try to do a really low spend most of the time, especially right now with my income pretty low and very inconsistent. I mean, it's always inconsistent being a bartender, but it's just really low right now. So I'm going to zoom out. So I do have some spending in my transactions, or I do have some transactions in my sinking funds. So I'm going to go in and pull this money out so I can pay myself back, because same thing, I use a credit card because I like to get reward points or cash back. And then I take this money and I pay myself back. So I never carry a balance from month to month on my cards, but I do use them in a healthy way to get points for like airline miles or whatever else. Like I said, cash back. I haven't always been like that. I used to have a lot of credit card debt, and this cash stuffing helped me, first of all, pay off my debt, but also save for these expenses and things like that. That way, like, I have money set aside for these items, and then I can spend that money and then pay myself back for these things. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out and then we'll get some cash unstuffing. Okay, we're gonna start with my bills binder because that's where all these expenses are at least a couple categories. I need to enter these receipts into Fetch. I like this binder because I can put my receipts in here. So once I enter them in my transaction, like in my monthly view, then I'll put them in here and then I put them in Fetch. If you guys don't have Fetch, which I hope you do, I'm sure most people do nowadays, but there's a link down below, or I'll share my code. But you scan your receipts and then you turn those points into gift cards, which is awesome. So yeah. So 134, I'm going to pull from groceries. I don't think I have that. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. So I have 120. That is fine. I'm going to pull all of this and put this into my account. I do use a buffer. I have my buffer, my bank account. So with these categories, I've said this before, but if you're new here, as long as I'm staying within my $350 budget, I am fine with that. So if I were to divide $350 by 4, I should be stuffing like $88 into my envelopes every week, but I usually average about 60 because I usually spend about 50 to 60, but sometimes I do have the occasional like Costco run or things like that pop up. But like I said, as long as I'm staying within that $350 budget, I have a buffer. I have money in my account that as long as I'm not going over it, I'm okay to not be correct in these envelopes, if that makes sense. With my sinking funds envelopes, that's totally different. I'll talk about that once we get there. I don't have any money in my eating out, so same thing. This is just gonna come out of my buffer to pay myself back for that. Gas though, I do have 20, 40, 65. So that's good. And then I don't cash stuff parking because I hook it up to my debit card. So that just comes right out of my checking account, my buffer. So yeah, I don't cash stuff for that because I just pay on the app. And then the rest of these are normal. And then personal, same thing. I think I do have a spending envelope. I just haven't started stuffing it yet. Once baseball comes around and I have a lot more cash flow, I will. I do get paid bi-weekly, so my checks are decent, you know, it pays certain bills. It gives me that cushion in there. So I not cash stuffing personal yet. So once I start having more cash flow, I definitely will be. Okay, so that is it for my variable expenses. Now I'm gonna go over to my sinking funds and pull some money. So I think they're all out of this binder. Yes. So let's go to household, which this is a new envelope for me, and I'm so glad I did. We ended up going to Costco and getting toilet paper, some like wipes, things like that for the house. So, oh no. So this is I'm gonna have to make change. Hold on, I'm gonna make change really quick because this is where things start to get weird. And I have money sitting right here for a cash stuffing. So we're gonna give ourselves some change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 10, 15, 20, 122 out of household. So with my sinking funds, I want to make sure that I'm spending the money that I actually have in here. So like, unlike my groceries envelope, if I don't have this like enough, then I'm gonna have to either pull it from another envelope and make sure I keep track of that, or like wait to like buy whatever I want to buy. Like I've been talking about getting a massage, and so in my self-care envelope, I don't have enough money in my self-care envelope for a massage. So I'm waiting until I have enough money, and then I'm gonna go get myself a massage. I don't like to spend the money if I don't have the money. So yeah, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. So that's just how I do it. You know, you guys, budgeting is so different for everyone. So you guys just kind of, you know, figure out what works for you and your family. And then car maintenance, I'm going to pull 85. I did go get an oil change. 60. So that was 85. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that one. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. So this was perfect. I needed an oil change. I knew I had enough money in here for that, but yeah, like I would probably put it off until I had enough money saved up to go get an oil change. Next is date night, and I spent $36 on some food for David and I. So 20, 30, 35, 40. I'm gonna give myself some change. 40, 37, 38, 39, 40. I just want to make sure that all my numbers balance out at the end of the month. That's why I keep track of my transactions. Hope that makes sense. I'm sure it does, but let me know if you guys have any questions about this like process. And then Bentley, we spent 18 each on some wipes. We use like paw wipes for him. I'm gonna put 20 and take back 2. Let me make sure. 5, 10, 15, 20. Cool. And that is it for this cash and stuffing weekly check-in. At the end of the month, once I come and the month is done and I come to close out my sinking funds, I start highlighting just to make sure that I can add everything up. And then I move everything over to this guy. So I'll write in how much I added throughout the month and then what I spent. You guys said you enjoyed that video, so I'll probably do another one of my sinking fund closeout at the end of March. But you guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. I would love it if you did. If you would give it a thumbs up, it definitely would help and mean a lot to me. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, again, I would love for you to subscribe. I will have my weekly cash stuffing up very soon in the next couple days as well, so be on the lookout for that. And I'll see you guys in a video real soon.